All right, ladies. Today's going to be more like a testimony for me. I've only been back into church for about a year now. Thank you, Sue. Sue invited me here, and it's just changed my whole life. This house. I mean, I fell away for a couple of months, but when I came back full force, and it was just one of those things that I just can't get enough of now. I'm here all the time, so. But starting with my testimony, the one thing that I remember the most is Psalms 139. And that is basically, "O Lord, you have searched me and know me. You know when I sit down, when I rise up. You understand my thought from afar. You scrutinize my path and my lying down and are intimately acquainted with all my ways. Even before there is a word on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it all. You've enclosed me behind and before and laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is too high. I cannot attain to it. Where can I go from your spirit?" The one thing I love most about 139 is I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. When I was young, I was a little crazy kid. I mean, I rebelled. I rebelled at everything anybody ever said anything to me. I did right the opposite. You told me to do one thing, I did it the other way. And my mom always told me that I was wonderfully and beautifully made. And I didn't believe her. I thought that she was just saying that because my mom wasn't into church. She wasn't. She was a drinker and a smoker and going to bars and doing all kinds of stuff. So I never believed her. I just thought that I wasn't worthy of that, that's not what I'm all about. When I was young and down or doubting myself, my life was not good. It was, there's a lot of things that's happened to me. We won't go into it now. We can always talk at another time. But I think that's what caused all my rebellion of me not wanting to be close to anybody. Always jumping from one man to another and just seeking love and always picking the bad boys. Always picking the ones that would hurt me or destroy me or do whatever they could to make me not feel worthy of anything. So when when I divorced, my second divorce, I was so close to suicide, so close to giving up on everything in life that I had a friend and she says, "You really need to come to church with me." And this was at Northside Christian in Broken Arrow. I don't know if you've heard of it. And there was a preacher there named Chris Philbeck. And I swear the man pulled me out of it. He had a large sermon. And there was something about him, he just pulled me out. We had meetings, I had counseling sessions with him. And this is when he taught me to build that big old fence, there was a big old lake. And at this lake, there's danger signs and no fishing signs and everything all around this lake. And in that lake, I threw in all the heartbreaks, all the hurt, all the betrayal, all the everything. And he says, in my divorce, I was an adulteress. I didn't feel that I was worthy of any of this. And he said, throw that in the lake because of this day forward, Jesus is not going to remember this anymore. Well, I didn't believe him, but I did it anyway. And on March 8th, 2000, I rededicated my life. I got rebaptized. And when I came up out of that water, my life changed. It was just like nothing was better for me than being with Christ, to think about Christ, to do everything I could to make him number one in my life. And so that's one of the main reasons I didn't get married, because when people would ask me if I was married, I said, yeah, I'm married to Jesus. So, that's my saying now. always do it. Not saying it's the truth. It's what I am. And that's why I'm still single today. After 21 years of being divorced, it's just that I've had no desire. I only want Jesus. But a lot of things in my life that the most important thing is that in 1993 I had a triple aneurysm. I've had 3 times in my life that I should be dead. I should not be here. And the last time was when I had a triple aneurysm in my brain. And I was in 14 hours of surgery, 14 days in ICU, and I walked out 100% healed. And in that time frame, when I came out of surgery, and I'm waiting for my mom to come into ICU to see me, and I was refusing to speak, I had this vision. And in that corner, it looked like my grandmother, but I swear it might have been Jesus. That's the only thing I could think of. And he's looking at me and says, "Sweetie, it's not your time. It's not your time." And that is just one thing that's always stayed with me and will always be with me. That when God's ready and my time is there, he's going to let me know. And that now the only thing I know is that I've got to live for him. He's got to be the first thing in my life every single day. And I thank God for abundant rain. I thank God for this church. I thank God for you ladies. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had anything like I have now. And this is like my family. You guys are like the second family. My son lives 1,200 miles away, so I don't get to see him at all. I mean, I'm lucky if he comes and sees me once every 3 years. My grandson I never see him. And it's just one of those things that I thank God that I have this. And so, thank you. I'm done. I know this was all over the place, but...